We see Kudenbaushi player on the right versus Timur looks. Oh, I should be able to figure out who in fact this is. Its name ends in Mund. What is the matchup? Uh, well, we know there's only one Kudenbaushi. That's not to say it's a 3-in-1 player. Who is? No, Angela's playing the crab player, so it must be another unicorn player versus. Oh, there we go. Very helpful. A name. A name. Okay, so yeah, we have Josh versus Sigmond Varga on table 2, which may in fact be where the camera is set up regardless. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're just finishing up mulligans here as we head into the first round. So, I'll ask my usual question because I'm always very interested. How does chat feel about this matchup? We saw it in the first round, actually, of Unicorn versus, and it was, I believe, Joshua. So this is second, at least the second matchup he's had with Unicorn today. He managed to get the dishonor win after Unicorn blitzed out to what I think is kind of the start they would want. 3 breaks, charge Chagatai, all that good stuff. We know it, we love it. Okay, so we see Lion Splash. The first Unicorn was on a funky Scorpion Splash in the first round. So we see the more traditional Lion Splash for HMT, strength in numbers, ready for battle, maybe some hand-to-hand, maybe some Legion of One, etc. here today. I can't see if he's on Seeker Water or Keeper Water. I could check the Lotus on that guy. This is, where is, let's just try to check up where the Sigmond Varga. Okay, this is a pair down match at table 2. Interesting. I guess it doesn't matter what table you're at. One player can get pair down. There's a Keeper Water. Okay. All right, flop wise, let's take a look. So we buy an Alibi Artist. Still a strong character for 1. Obviously unlikely to get down to that 6 honor, possibly an Assassinate to do it. We see buying a Border Rider. Looks like a really funky Border Rider. It's just outlined maybe in the or signed and outlined as part of the signature. Interesting. Border Rider, Alibi Artist with the Fate. It's kind of maintain board presence going forward. The rest of the flop, obviously, Unicorn was not necessarily going to buy. Neither was Scorpion. I'm sure both players are looking to sort of bank Fate going into the second turn. There was no Bodo Youth or anything like that. Oh no, sorry, I'm incorrect. As a pass, elicits a Takeo buy. No Fate. Okay. So fading the Alibi Artist, but not the Takeo. I guess he's looking to maybe possibly be 6 honor by turn 2 to use that Alibi Artist, or at least have a better chance. 5 bids. I see a Talisman get drawn. I think I saw a Bonsai, maybe a Court Games. Hard to tell. Okay, let's see. What are players? Yeah, Yoga. It's definitely from what we saw in the first round that it definitely can do Dishonor. I mean, it has backhanded compliments, so so you want to run that as a focus, or at least as a strong secondary condition, if not your primary. And I guess unopposed gets you a lot of secure cash. Never like to hit that. Goes digging. See if Seasoned Assassinate, you might snap that up to use the Alibi Artist. Assassinate into an unopposed possibly is not the greatest, but you might have conflict characters, etc., and maybe just comfortable on 5 honor anyway. I think if you have duty and you're playing Kunveish, you gotta kind of be comfortable at low honor, regardless. 'Cause you're gonna get there in every game. Yeah, so key cards obviously favor because I think Kunveishi. Oh no, he's blocking. Okay, Kunveishi player is on censure, and you want to be able to get your cav reserves off without being in danger of getting censured. Backhanded compliments at a certain point, but not certainly not now. Okay, we see a curve play come down on the border. Now, what we saw in the first round with Kunveishi player is that, or Joshua, assassinate, boom, got it with the curve blade too. It's a pretty big play. Turns on the alibi artist. Let's see if we get a charge, although if there was a charge in hand, nope, there it is. And charge the regulars, which are pretty strong charge target. He's taking a look at the provinces, see where he wants to charge from. Okay, now we're currently at 6-2, breaking. 6-3, 6-3 maybe. Yeah, sorry, it's on the giant dice there. So it's been a few rounds. Yes, the giant dice say 6-3. Peasant's advice to dump the disguised, which makes sense because he's gonna get them for free and a stand. Takes a look at Khan's Ordu and dishonors the Takao, so can participate in another conflict. That's good. It's good. Takao. Yeah, I think you're right. If he's can't, he's currently preventing the break on hidden cash. And not. We'll see if another card's played and Scorpion doesn't feel like they can invest. Come on, this is Unicorn, so very likely they have other cards to win this conflict. If Takao bounces though, but if he sacks it, it's awkward because no, he can order his triggers. So if he leaves, then he can sack it for another military conflict. So we'll see if a conflict character comes down, then definitely Takao leaving is very strong. But preventing the break and preventing another military conflict, I think, has worth for sure. We see challenge on the fields to send Takao home regardless. So that decision is made most likely because at 5 honor after this round, it's Takao leaving. You don't want to bid here. So he bids 3, okay. Gives a 2 honor to the Scorpion player, so definitely bid to win that. Given that you're winning the conflict, just not breaking. Well, yeah, you turned off the alibi artist. Okay, that's something. Way the Scorpion. That's not enough. It does contribute that point of dishonor. Moves him back. Oh, of course, moves him back in. Now, I wonder if that was purposeful. So, yeah, I don't. It seems like the challenge on the field was not particularly useful here. Oh, yeah, he wanted to play the strength of numbers. Okay, so he leads with the challenge and then the strength of numbers. So Takao uses his ability and then gets pushed out again. And I apologize, I did see that strength of numbers off the initial draw. Of course, I think Scorpion's not too upset about strength of numbers being used now, and not okay. Takao, sorry, not Takao. Okay, help me out, Yogo. I forgot her name again. I do not play Scorpion, and I try to avoid playing against them. I shouldn't. I should play against them more. Certainly not nearly as scary unless she's dishonored. What can she do to get dishonored here? There's no calling in favors target. Court mask, I guess. Oh, second charge. On the other regulars. Oh, before DG dig. Okay. Interesting. So it forges as a second charge. I guess when he was preventing the break, he was okay. But So he didn't forge the strength in numbers. That was a lot of patience on that forge. Third charge. Okie doke. I wasn't expecting that. Third charge, huh? Okay. Obviously, it's a very worthwhile charge. You get to turn on your box. You get to gain 2 fate and 2 cards. Pretty nice. And you break secret cache. Plus spoils of war. Very nice. It's not exactly charged Shegatai. Break a whole bunch of provinces, but it's a pretty strong opening. Gets rid of the fine katana. I think fearing the favorable, sorry, the calling it favors, gains 2 fate to go to a pretty decent fate advantage. I mean, the board advantage will certainly be on Kudenbushi next turn, but so we have potential for 2 conflicts. Now that's a lot of cards drawn. That's off Spoils of War. That's 5 additional cards plus the 5 that he drew. I think there's a very high chance for conflict characters there, and HMT has been activated to get those. Yeah, certainly the Unicorn player has been forced to put in a lot of resources here, like all 3 charges. He lost the Border Rider to a single card from Scorpion, so we'll see how this plays out. But he does break Secret Cache, and he did recoup quite a few with the regulars. Of course, conflict character will be needed to keep favor here, or to tie favor, and 2 of them to take it, barring defenses and whatnot. But okay, water to stand up. Character. Doesn't. Appealing to the fortunes. Okay, so I mean both regulars are gone, so appealing to the fortunes, not nearly as strong. I don't think that 3 is. I think that 3 is still left over from last conflict. It's 2. 2 to nothing. Be good to break appealing to the fortunes if you plan to break it at all. We see a Wayfinder with 1. Okay, no assassination worries. Out of the conflict, I think. I don't really see any reason to play it in the conflict. Scorpion thinking over their options. Actually, it's 1 strength he's dishonored, so I mean, he could Court Mask, I think, if he has it in his deck to break. But he's thinking over dropping a conflict character. I don't see how this is worth it to Unicorn. I mean, he's going to lose 1 unopposed, and he's going to stand up currently a 1-1. Doesn't seem worth fighting over this, but we'll see. With no Water Ring, you're going to need something to get a 3rd conflict here. If you want the 3rd conflict this round. I guess you may not want the political to flip a province to really no effect. I mean, unlikely to break. Oh, okay. So opting to pay and drop in a talisman. Okay. On the Wayfinder. All right, all right. Fair-sized investment for a. Okay, so he's opting. Send a Kanzor Do. Flips, sends home the Alibi Artist. Now, oh yeah, of course. Okay, so he's going to opt to Kuden Bayushi here for defense. Because if he doesn't, I'd be really tempted to political water. Yeah, political water, and sort of draw in that Takeo on a disfavorable defense. Upholding. Okay, nice time to find upholding. Scorpion thinking over the options, does defend. He'll currently be at 1, I believe, so it'll be 2 to 1. This ability has been used. So no, the ambusher coming down does not make any sense. Because captive audience ambusher, I guess, but I don't know, ambusher would look pretty good for. Oh, he's watering, so yeah. He's bonsaiing. Is this a military that I don't? Oh, it's red. Sorry, it's just a lot of blue, but it is a military attack, so. Of course it is. Kanzor Do was flipped. Sorry about that, guys. Kanzor Do was flipped, so it's a definitely military. Yeah. so you can bonsai. See if there's anything Scorpion play. Oh, we're seeing getting a little bit of chop from the original feed. Conflict is over. Break. Yep. Okay, we're going to spoils of war again. Second spoils of war of the turn, of the first turn. 3 charges and 2 spoils of war. What does chat think of that draw? That's pretty solid. Pretty solid, I would say. Okay, so while we're getting some chop on the original stream, seems to be okay. I'll just mention that I would love to get to 50 followers for no real particular reason. The Twitch is tempting me with the this email they send out every once in a while of saying these goals of getting to, I think, 8 hours streamed in a week, in a month, and 50 followers and something else to get some level that probably doesn't matter, but it'd be neat to get. So 8 more. If you feel like following me, that'd be great. Okay, we see Kunbayashi use the box. They stand up to cow for their attack. The stream's been really solid all day, so I think this is probably temporary. Okay, we're going to head back into Appealing of Fortunes while the getting is good. Here, there on Nothing to Bring In off of a broken Appealing of Fortunes. And Kanzar does a good farmable province next turn if you want to go that way. He is at 7 honor, so he doesn't get the +1/+1. So I believe it's 3. Yep, which is enough to break. Smasho on the Void Ring. I guess that's defensive. Defensive measure against Void Ring coming back on him. He's going to take an unopposed. He can turn on the Alibi Artist. Here, or most likely to take on the unopposed. I mean, 0 fate? Yeah, very likely to take on the unopposed. Here. So fast and furious so far. We got 2 breaks to 1, possibly 3 as his third military is coming in. Air. Okay. Manicure Garden. Okay. Very welcome fate for the Scorpion player. No defense. Take a fate. Right, and a Seeker of Air was triggered off of the cache, so. Oh, wait a second. Oh, he is. He's Keeper of Air. Wait, what? Oh, Seeker of Air. Sorry. Momentarily got confused. Yes, Seeker of Air. Momentarily confused on the symbols there. Okay, favorable ground discarded off, and that's the third break, turn 1. That's how Unicorn do. Avoided the avoided the itchy Wayfinder. I missed that. So yeah, that's a very valuable void. Nabs the calling in favors to nab the Talisman. Okay, pretty valuable next turn when tries to, and well, very valuable, yes, for sure, because it makes him that 5/5 for that Sadako. Or is that Sadako? Yeah, Sadako. And forestalls the break unless there's a hand barring like a really quick hand-to-hand or something, or some sort of weirdness to stop that talisman from being used and utilized next turn. And Kinbushi heads down to 5 fate, 5 honor, sorry, with 2 dishonored characters on the field. Now, that's, I don't know, fairly standard for Kinbushi. I don't know if it's fairly standard turn 2, but I wonder if Kinbushi Joshua has the duty in hand or will draw into it this turn. And I wonder what the bids are going to be. Obviously, Unicorn wants gas, but they do have a fair amount of dishonor pressure they could exert here. Double Chags. Okay, no charge. So all 3 charges have been expended. He could go cheap, knowing that an assassinate is very risky. and maybe get this Trailblazer with 2 fate, 1 or 2 fate. He could invest in Chags for a couple rounds. We see a liar buy. We see a blackmail artist. Okay, that should help shore up the honor. Chags no fate. Ooh, oof. Okay. I mean, yeah, bank and fate is good, but you're one void ring away from no Chags again, and seeing how there's a talisman in play, which might spoil your plans for winning this turn. I don't know how I feel about that exactly. I mean, you know Scorpion's on. You have the favor, so that's good. You know Scorpion's on for GDIC though. One's been burned. There could be other ones. So saving for Cal Reserve is good, but super duper good. Going to dials. Let's see. See what the bid is. Let's see which way the players want to go. Scorpion thinking this over, trying to read the opponent. Nope, 5. Goes 5. Scorp goes 4. So they would have gone down to 2 honor with 2 dishonored characters in play had the unicorn bid 1, but they also would have a lot more cards and good chance to win the air ring with blackmail artist if they wanted to. So dishonor would have been very difficult to pull off this round. Okay, hitting a couple minutes of hopefully not too long, of just sort of delay on the original stream. I'm sure the internet is very taxed around Nova, in Nova and around Nova. Okay, looks like it's back. Probably chop a little bit and then be fine. Let's see here. Okay, we see the blackmail artist. Okay, so we see a fire attack. Probably dishonor Chags, take away, a good chunk of stats. Get that little bit of dishonor on Kanzor Do, which has been activated blank. Okay, so Chags is thinking about defending. Not something you see every day on a political conflict with him. We'll get the blackmail artist in there to steal an additional honor. Okay, Chags is going to defend. Interesting. Captive audience. Okay, yep. So that's going to send the alibi artist home. It's going to put the blackmail artist in a difficult position to win this, and also cancel his ability. Now, if he can get the blackmail artist dishonored, well, no, he has to go into military conflict again. He could possibly participate in a political defense. And Chags does have to contend with a 5 strength Scorpion Defender with the Talisman. So not going to be as automatic as it usually is for him to get a break. Okay, just getting some delay on the original stream. Hopefully that'll clear up soon. I think it's the mainstream. Um, I mean, I can see that it's the mainstream. Whether it's it coming to me, or just for everyone, I'm not sure. I believe it's from the site. Usually, I very rarely have problems with streams lagging to me. My CPU still seems fine. Suppose my areas and internet could be congested or something, but I think it's the original stream that's having a few hiccups. We've seen it a couple times during the day. I do apologize for that. Most day it's been pretty smooth. It's probably a heavily congested internet area. Okay. Offline. Okay. So fortunately, the original stream has gone offline briefly. Hopefully, they will be back soon. I will be sticking around, of course. I have all faith. There was a few brief interruptions earlier, so and we'll catch up with that game as soon as they come back.